The video opens with MrBeast clinging to a piece of driftwood as massive waves crash against the rocks. The camera whips between his soaked clothes, a washed-up backpack, and a giant drone shot of the endless ocean surrounding the desert island. His voice blasts over the chaos, announcing that MrBeast is about to attempt the most extreme survival challenge ever. Surviving 100 days trapped on a desert island with nothing but a small survival kit and his crew miles away on another island. Fast cuts show fire almost burning down a shelter, a storm ripping through the beach, and a swarm of crabs crawling toward the food supply. Then, without warning, the scene freezes on a close-up of MrBeast's dirt-covered face as he shouts that this is the moment everything almost ended. The scene rewinds rapidly to day 1, where MrBeast steps onto the white sand carrying only a tiny waterproof bag containing a knife, flint, a water filter, and a GoPro. The challenge is simple to explain but brutally hard to execute. Survive 100 days on this uninhabited island, no outside help, no supply drops, and no contact with the mainland. Every day will be documented, every resource must be earned, and one slip-up could mean losing the challenge entirely. The camera cuts to panoramic shots of palm trees swaying under a blazing sun, and underwater shots of sharks circling the island's perimeter. In the distance, Chris and Chandler wave from a speedboat as they head off to their own safe base camp on another island, leaving MrBeast completely isolated. But before they go, Chris warns him that at some point during the challenge something is going to happen that will change everything. Early days are filled with optimism. MrBeast builds a basic shelter using palm leaves and driftwood, smiling into the camera while explaining his plan to collect rainwater, fish from the reef, and explore the island for edible plants. Mini hooks come every few seconds, a coconut falling dangerously close to his head, a giant crab refusing to leave the shelter, and a failed fishing attempt that ends with a face-first fall into shallow water. Every 20 to 30 seconds, the scene shifts, sometimes to a drone shot of the turquoise water, sometimes to time-lapse sequences of MrBeast working in the heat. The main keyword, survive 100 days trapped on a desert island, keeps returning naturally as he updates progress, showing how each small victory feels massive when completely alone. By day 25, the tropical paradise starts to feel like a prison. Sunburn peels skin, constant humidity rots clothes, and the food supply shrinks rapidly. But then comes the mid-video twist. Just before sunset on day 26, a huge storm front appears on the horizon. The wind grows violent, waves pound the shore, and palm trees start snapping in half. This wasn't part of the plan. The camera shakes wildly as rain slams the lens. Lightning flashes over the dark sea, and MrBeast yells over the chaos that the shelter might not survive the night. With one huge gust, part of the roof rips off and flies into the ocean. The music drops out, replaced by raw wind and crashing waves, making the audience feel the danger firsthand. When the storm finally passes, the island looks wrecked. Supplies are scattered, the fire is gone, and the fishing spear is broken in half. The second half of the challenge becomes a desperate scramble for survival. MrBeast rebuilds the shelter stronger, scavenges for driftwood to replace tools, and invents a new fishing trap from vines and bamboo. Each success is met with cheers from the distant team who watch through drone footage. But tension stays high. There's a moment when a reef shark comes dangerously close as MrBeast wades into the shallows to collect clams, and another where he almost loses the camera into the ocean. By day 70, the heat is unbearable. Sleep is rare and every calorie counts. Chandler appears on the boat yelling encouragement but refuses to drop supplies, reminding viewers that the stakes are real. The final stretch is pure endurance. Days tick down with the screen flashing the countdown clock. 10 days left. 5 days left. 1 day left. The island has become both enemy and ally, and survival now feels like muscle memory. On the morning of day 100, the camera opens on a slow-motion shot of the sunrise over the ocean, the shelter standing strong in the background. MrBeast walks to the shoreline, raising his arms in triumph as fireworks launch from the distant boat. Chris and Chandler rush to shore, bringing a feast and a giant gold 100 Days trophy. Confetti explodes as the words, "He survived," fill the screen. High-energy music kicks back in, cutting between before and after shots of the shelter, the food stash, and MrBeast's sun-weathered face. As the celebrations wind down, MrBeast turns to camera with sand still stuck to his clothes, saying that if surviving 100 days trapped on a desert island was insane, the next video is even crazier, where he's planning to spend a week buried underground. The screen fades into a thumbnail preview of the next challenge, with bold text daring the audience not to click.